Okay, so in this video we're going to look at managing your calendar and your client appointments in Wix. It's really important that you manage your client appointments from within Wix itself. Although it syncs to your main calendar, you should do any updates, booking in, checking ins of your clients actually from within Wix. So logged into Wix, on your home screen you go to booking calendar, and it will bring up your Wix calendar. So this is your command center really for everything to do with client appointments, bookings, invoicing, everything. You name it, this is where you should do it. So what you'll notice on the calendar is that there's some white blocks and there's some greyed out blocks. The white blocks are the blocks on the system that you have set that you are available for customers to book online, that you are working. The greyed out blocks are non-working time. Anything that's come through from your actual calendar itself, so you've blocked it on your main calendar here, will be blocked off, so it doesn't allow you to book things. So it does talk between your main calendar and your Wix calendar, and they update each other. Now, if a client has booked in an appointment on their own, they've booked it online, then it will automatically be added to your calendar. They would have got their confirmation email, and if it's a Zoom meeting, they would have automatically got their Zoom link as well. And to join that meeting, you just click on Start Zoom Meeting. If they say they haven't got that email, ask them to check their spam box. But if you need to resend the link to them for their Zoom meeting, then you can email the link there. You can also copy that Zoom meeting link here so that you've got that and you can send it by text message or WhatsApp, whatever it is, if they need that Zoom link meeting another way. Equally, you can start that Zoom meeting from within your actual calendar on Google by going to it and clicking Start Zoom Meeting. Now, any appointments that are booked in on Wix will show up on your Google Calendar. They're there for reference, and so you know any things that clash, etc. But you shouldn't manage or change client appointments in your Google Calendar. Do it all in Wix. So how do we book in a client manually? Well, if it's a slot where you are working, so it's a white slot, you just click on the slot and then go to appointment, and it will bring up the appointment booking window. If you want to book in a client on a slot where you're not working, so they're non-working hours, it won't let you click on that box because it knows you're not working. So to book one in manually on a time when you're not normally working, click on any white space, open the appointment window, and then change the day and time to the time you want. It will warn you that it's outside of your working hours, but obviously if you're booking it in manually, it doesn't matter. Whenever we book in an appointment, it will ask you to select the service. So these are the ones that are set up in Wix. And if they're not set up in Wix, there's another video on how to set them up, or you can raise a support ticket and we'll set them up for you. So you select your service there. You select your location. So that's where it's taking place. Now, if it's an online session, it will automatically know it's an online session to send a link out. If it's at any of your other appointments, or if it could be in two different places, it will ask you to select the location. Here we've got staff, so obviously if it's just you, that's just you, it'll come up automatically. If you've got anyone else you're booking in for, you'll select them there. The date and time that you've selected, and it will automatically adjust the length of the appointment based on the time settings in the bookable service that's set up. But you can extend it there if you think you need more time for that appointment. If the appointment repeats, you can set it to repeat weekly, 2 weekly, 3 weekly, or 4 weekly. And then we get to the client name. If it's a new client, type in their full name, their phone number, which is optional, but you will need their email address. If it's an existing client, then type in their name. It will bring it up from your contact list, and it will then put in the details there. Now, payment. If they're booked and paid online, then all of their bookings, payments, receipts is done for you. If you're booking it in manually, you need to tell Wix how it is that you're going to be paid for it. So you've got a choice. You can either charge with invoice, and what that will do is when you hit schedule, it will automatically send an invoice that the customer can then click on the link to pay you. You can collect payment later, so you'd use that if they were paying you by bank transfer, or if they were paying you by cash on the day or card reader on the day if it's a face-to-face appointment, or if you want to send an invoice at a later time. Grayed out here is use client's plan. Now if the client has brought a package plan and they've got any available appointments left, that won't be grayed out. You'll be able to click on it, and when you click on it, it will automatically, once you've scheduled it, reduce that appointment from the number of appointments they've got left. If you want to use their plan later, so if they're going to buy a plan, then you click on that one. The one you're mainly going to be using, I'm guessing, is charge of invoice or collect payment later. So we're going to collect payment later, and then we're going to tick the box to send the client a confirmation email. So it's important that you tick that box, because that will then send their booking confirmation and their Zoom link out to them. And then you hit schedule. And then it's saved in your calendar. You can see it come up there, and it will automatically, on that day, be added to your Google Calendar as well. Now, if we want to edit that appointment, we just click on it. We can edit it and change any of the details of it. Or we can cancel it altogether. Now, what do we do when the client actually attends the appointment? It's really important that you tell Wix that they've attended. That updates their client record that it's been attended. So to do that, click on the right part of the screen. To do that, where it says attendance here and it's currently saying booked, you change that to checked in or to no show. It's important to check clients in, because any automations you've got, sending follow-up emails, sending a request for Trustpilot reviews, etc., will only work if you've actually checked that appointment in to say they did attend and that it all went ahead as planned. So get into the habit of going through your diary once you've had an appointment and clicking that they've actually checked in and attended it. Now, the payment status will tell you whether that appointment's been paid or not, and obviously if they're booked online, it will automatically come up as paid. It would have done the invoicing and the receipt and everything all at the time of booking. But if not, if they paid at the appointment or you need to send them an invoice, click on collect payment, and you can mark it as paid. So if they paid you by credit card machine or cash or bank transfer, you can just mark it as paid. If you want to send them an invoice, you click charge with invoice, and it'll say, do you want to create an invoice? You click create an invoice, and it will whirl around. It will create the invoice for you, and then you just click on send via email. And when you send via email, that will send that invoice off to that client, and you just click send, job done. Invoicing from within Wix means it's all in one place. It means it's all tidied up for your accounts, so that if you do use QuickBooks, it will link through to your QuickBooks automatically that you've invoiced and been paid. It will keep everything on the client's record, so it's all there in one place. And also, if you are now or in the future accepting payments from overseas, it's better the client pays through Wix with their card rather than bank transfer, because if you start getting bank transfers from all different countries around the world, they can be blocked, or the bank can charge you more fees. So to keep it streamlined and to accept payments from anywhere, invoicing through Wix is the best way to do it. I'm going to cancel this appointment now because it was only a test appointment. So cancel. And if you want to send a cancellation email, so if someone does cancel or you need to cancel, confirmed, cancelled, whatever you want to put, send them an email. You can put your note in there, and click cancel session. And that is how to manage your calendar in Wix. Everything does sync through to Google, but remember, we're doing everything managing appointments from within Wix, setting them manually, editing them. The system will send out links to Zoom meetings, etc. for you, and booking confirmations and receipts. Do your invoicing from within here as well. And most importantly, remember to check in that customers have attended your appointments once you've had them, so the system can update and can send any automated messages out. That's it for this video.